all you cool cats and kittens. So I just finished watching episode 2, and normally I would just spend like a couple days editing and then watch the next episode, but I just want to know if Carol like killed her husband, you know, and fed him to the tigers, so I'm just gonna watch the 3rd episode right now. So let's do this.
There's a lot of stories about Carol having some finger in it, but nobody can prove it.
What the heck? Okay.
He indicated to me that he was going to tell Carol that he wanted a divorce.
Yikes.
Never saw him again.
I like literally cannot see this girl, this lady, this woman, this Karen, like murdering her husband. That's fucking insane. Like, I want to know the facts. I want to know what was said and done. I want to know everyone's point of view in this. Okay, whatever. It's just.
So I was 20 when I met him.
And he was how old?
He was 22 years my senior, so he was 42.
Yeah, she gets jealous.
He told me that he had met her. I was speechless. I adored him. I told him that I love him till the day I died, but it was over. He used to call her Angel, and I said, well, she's an angel sent straight from hell, and one day you'll find out.
That's really sad.
I mean,
Who's that?
I really did
daughter?
like Carol, but
Oh.
Don was a millionaire. He was a multi-millionaire, okay? And he didn't like her spending his money.
she was very ambitious. Okay. She wanted to go.
I've got her diary. I've got it all.
Joe Exotic has her diary?
Carol's story. Okay, well, tonight, we just happened to have gotten in the mail today Carol's diary. He said he wanted to be loved for the man he was inside, and that women knew how rich he was. He would never know if they loved him for him or his money.
Don started out.
So was Dawn the one that started this big cat rescue thing, or did Carol do that?
He liked to hide his stuff. Like, he would hide money, bury money, you know, hide gold bars, bury the gold bars. Don Lewis didn't want people.
Imagine being rich enough that you have gold bars.
But I'm gonna say Don Lewis was probably worth 20 million, maybe a little more.
I think it was closer to $7 to $7.5 million is what he was worth.
I don't think anybody really knew that, but I know at least $5 million.
The thing with this documentary is, like, literally everyone gives different answers to everything.
I had been raped at knife point by 3 men that lived across the street from me when I was 14.
Oh.
He definitely liked the idea of having a lot of different kinds of animals.
The following year, we bought 56 bobcats and lynx from a fur farm. The next year, 28 bobcats and lynx. The following year, 22 more bobcats and lynx. And by the time we did that, there were no more fur farms in the U.S. that were killing bobcats and lynx.
Well, that's good. Good for them.
To buy animals to fill your so-called sanctuary. You still have them there at your facility, you're still tagging them as rescues, and you're still frauding the public.
Oh God, all these people. They're just going in circles after each other while they're all doing the same thing.
I think she thinks she would be the one to change him.
Every girl
She
thinks
thought she
that.
was pretty enough, young enough, that she would be all he needed. And that was never going to happen.
Nuh-uh. That doesn't happen.
She would have lost the cats. She would have lost everything down to the house and a car. Would have been a devastating blow.
Now there's some motivation.
And brought into this marriage.
How the hell did he get her diary?
Envelope, and he said, here, you need to take this home, you need to keep it. If
What
anything
was it?
happens to me, give it to the police. He had given me a copy of the restraining order that he had filed for.
But what was so bad that he needed to get a restraining order?
Angry enough to threaten to kill me. Carol and I got into a big fuss, and she ordered me out of the house or she would kill me. She has a .45 revolver, and she took my .357 and hid it. It was just something that he resisted. For him to go down there and write that out and present it before a judge was major in my eyes.
Kenny, if I can pull this off, it will be the slickest thing I ever did in my life. I never got to see him again after that. That was the last thing that Don Lewis ever said to me.
Okay, to me, I don't
if
know.
I can pull this.
Okay, let's see. I think basically he saw these threats that she was making. I don't know. I literally cannot see her. I mean, you never know how people really are, but I don't know. I can't see this like little hippy dippy lady like, hello, all you cool cats and kittens, like killing his her husband and feeding him to tigers. Maybe he just slipped away to Costa Rica and he's living his life there with all his cats. I don't know. Okay.
Would you leave your van where you got in a plane to take off? You wouldn't want nobody to know you was in the plane, because that's now a clue.
You think it was planted? I think someone else drove the van there. I don't know if it was planted there.
Well, did they
I think the
search
police did
for
a horrible
DNA?
job. The cops never looked at the van when it was at the airport, and they let them bring that van back to Easy Street. And it was there for a couple of days before the cops come to look at the van.
What?
To even look in the van.
What?
A couple of days that van sat there.
So someone could have went and like cleaned everything, AKA Carol.
And how would he get to Costa Rica?
He flew commercial out of Miami.
But Don did fly a lot of airplanes. He owned, I don't know how many airplanes he owned.
It's just not in the cards.
I don't believe that.
But if he flew to Costa Rica commercial, then obviously there's going to be people that saw him.
Don
Like,
left
how would he
his
even get a
van there
ticket?
And got in a plane and crashed it somewhere. There was no record of any takeoff of an airplane. There was no flight filed. Nothing.
Sale. I was told that he was pushed out of the plane, out of the door, 50 feet over the Gulf, way out.
Who told you that?
If he had any kind of an accident out over the Gulf, we never would have found anything.
Well, who told him that?
Police combed the area, but after a year and a half of investigating numerous theories, police still have no suspects.
What happened
Somebody,
to this man?
sometime, someplace, somewhere. My understanding was that he was killed.
By
Carol. He's like, I don't even have to
We'll
say
go
it.
there.
Take two.
What's this?
Well, everything was fine.
Oh my God, is she in a... What? Is that Carol? No. He literally wrote a song about his disappearance. What the fuck?
The best thing he's done, it's worth just bringing up. So the music video, Here Kitty Kitty, about Carol killing her husband. You haven't seen Here Kitty Kitty, you don't know what you're missing.
I have to go
Joe
watch
had
that.
everyone convinced she'd murdered her husband.
That became like this wholly exciting thing that I ran him through that grinder, and it's like, I couldn't have run his hand through the grinder, much less a body.
I just felt like Carol did something and they needed to protect her and get the money. Let's get the money.
So did she get the money? Like, what happened?
After Don disappeared, there was nothing that the cops could do to stop the wife taking anything.
The will and the power of attorney, they were all taken out of the office that day.
What?
I have, in 37 years, never seen it say word disappearance. Never have.
Okay, this is so
In that
suspicious.
respect, this is terribly unusual.
And so Carol had him declared legally dead 5 years and 1 day after he disappeared.
To live with people constantly saying those things and making those accusations, you know, that can be hurtful and can change a person too.
Yeah, but what about all that stuff, that shady stuff she
and was
did?
there ever a formal memorial or funeral or anything?
No.
So no one
The next time I remembered anything, it was pitch black outside. It was just like I had just completely zoned out. I don't know where I went, but that was the closest thing that I had to a memorial.
And what about the money in the end?
We definitely did not.
Your husband disappears and you don't have like a memorial for him?
You inherited only 10% of his estate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And where did the rest go?
To Carol.
Carol.
It's an exact science. The ownership of money and property comes from doing things in a certain way. Those who do things in a certain way, whether on purpose or accidentally, get rich.
Why is she saying that?
I would characterize her as reasonably rational.
She's standing right there. You have to say that or she's going to feed you to the tigers.
I would like closure.
Yeah.
What about Justin?
We all feel that Carol knows more than what she's telling.
I feel that way too, honestly.
There's nothing I'm going to say.
I want to know what the drug lord thinks about this. I want to know. Well, we haven't heard from Doc Antle in a little bit about this.
We never. I will take everything away from you and your family.
She said that?
That's why we haven't spoken out.
Because you're afraid of Carol Baskin.
Oh, yes, I am. I am.
Yeah, she's kind of crazy.
I'm taking Carol on because everyone else is scared too.
Ooh, so is this where he hires someone to murder her? I think so. Get him, girl. Okay, so that was the third episode. Yeah, that was the third episode. And, well, at first, I don't know, I couldn't see Carol doing this, feeding her husband to the tigers. But, like, now that they mention all of this shady stuff that she did, I don't know, I can kind of see it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, because this is pretty interesting. But so far, I'm on the drug lord side. I don't care what anyone says, I'm on his side. Anyways, I'm gonna go listen to Kitty Here, or whatever, what's it called? Here, Kitty. Okay, well, thank you guys for watching, and hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe, like, all that stuff.